I was about 12 when I first knew that I wanted to sing. I found my dad's old records in the basement and I decided I wanted to hear them. The first one was Stevie Wonder, then Michael Jackson, and Sam Cooke. I loved it. When I heard that music, I started to imagine myself in the place of the singers, and I knew that right then and there, I was in a fairyland of music. It was like the heaven you see in a movie theater, like a nice summer day, like I was shot and reborn into the music life. From then on, I knew that music was the air I was going to breathe. As I became more interested in the music business, I begged and pleaded to my dad that I wanted to sing. So he gave me his fatherly word of wisdom and said, if you really want to, then go for it. But you have to practice, like singing in the shower, singing in your room, even while washing the dishes. So I did. I began to practice my musical scale every day and get better and better. But then I thought to myself, wait, I've never sung in front of people. So I ran to my dad for more of his fatherly wisdom and I asked him, what should I do about my fear of singing in front of people? He said, if you really want to sing, then you have to face your fears and do what you love. If you are really serious about singing, then you will succeed. I thought about his fatherly words of wisdom and took them seriously, but I wouldn't have the chance to use them for 2 years. It was September. I had been accepted to Common Ground High School. Common Ground is basically a farm school with chickens, ducks, turkeys, and also pigs. When I first saw it, I thought I was lost and was on a farm. But as I walked up the Common Ground hill, I saw a Welcome to Common Ground High School sign, and that's when I knew I was going to be scared out of my mind. I didn't know anyone at the time. Once, inside the school, an odd-looking bald man who was a monk that did not wear all the assets of a monk. Well, he walked up to me and asked, do you have any talent? I responded, what kind of talent are you looking for? He said in response, I'm looking for singers and rappers. I immediately said, I'm a singer, so yeah, I have talent. I was so excited because singing was my passion. Well, he said, that's great. Come after school every day if you like, and we'll start to record. And indeed, I took his advice and came after school to record my first actual song. When I went up to the studio after school, I realized that it was not all that. It was a work in progress that the students at Common Ground had built. But then again, I had never been in a studio, so how would I know? As I walked to the studio, I noticed that other kids were going up there as well. So I began to question myself. Will I get nervous? Will I sound a hot mess? Or will I just become confident and impress everyone without a doubt? The questions running through my head began to scare me, but I kept my head up and approached the studio with my heart in my stomach along with the nervous butterflies. As I walked up to the studio stairs, I got more nervous and felt like I wanted to walk the opposite way, but I still walked up the stairs to face my fears, not of meeting new people, but of making a fool of myself when I sing. As I reached the studio entrance, I was face to face with these strange people that I had never seen before. I entered the studio as Arun introduced me to the entire crew. He started off with Bill. Bill was an odd-looking kid from my point of view because he was bald, wore baggy clothes, and talked like he was from New York, but he was a heck of a rapper in fact. And then he introduced me to Malcolm. Malcolm was a very tall teenage boy. He was 18, wore glasses, sweatpants, and was a tight beat maker. After Arun, the odd-looking bald guy, who was extremely short but not a midget, finished introducing me to everyone, he asked me to sing. I said sure, in an unsure voice. Then I realized that I wanted to freeze up and die. But I manned up, took it like a man, and began to sing one of my favorite songs, Officially Missing You by Tamia. Who can nobody do it like you? Said every little thing you do. Hey baby, said it stays on my mind. And I am officially missing you. As I finished, Malcolm, Bill, and Arun surrounded me with applause. After that, I began to show up to the studio every day. I began working on my goal. And as a part of my singing career, I'm in a singing group called ASL. After this strange adventure to become a singer through my life, I realized that eventually you do have to face your fears. And when you do, it will help you.